guys, this is Eliza and welcome back to the last day of the reading rush. I'm looking a bit of a mess right now because I really need to wash my hair tonight. But anyways, so this morning I caught up on a bit of YouTube because obviously I've been really concentrating on reading lately, so I haven't had a chance to do that. But I did that this morning, and then I decided to read On the Merits of Unnaturalness, which is like a book that goes with The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. So in this world there's different types of clairvoyance, and they basically just have all these different abilities, and this is basically a book describing the abilities and kind of ranking them and stuff, and it's mentioned within the story. So yeah, I read that one. That was, well, on the page count I had, it was 64 pages. I'm not sure exactly how many pages it is. I'll check on Goodreads. But I also started Becoming the Dark Prince. I'm currently partway through, so I can't go back to the chapter. But I'm 58% through this one, and I'm on chapter 5. So this is a short story from following Thomas Cresswell from the Stalking Jack the Ripper series during the events of Escaping from Houdini. So I'm enjoying this one, but I'm not absolutely loving it. But the one thing I didn't like about Escaping from Houdini was the love triangle, and that comes up fairly often in this, which I'm not a huge fan of. And also, Thomas annoyed me in this book. Like, in the first two books, I enjoyed his character, but in the third book, he annoyed me, and that is just coming out even more following his point of view in these short stories. So I'm not loving it, but I'm gonna finish it anyways. So right now I'm just editing the reading blog for yesterday because I was having a little bit of trouble this morning getting my phone to airdrop to my Mac. It was doing the same thing last night as well. It, like, every time you tried to airdrop, it had automatically come up as failed on my Mac, or not, cancelled on my Mac, and then it had come up with failed on my phone. I'm like, what the fuck? I wasn't cancelling it. I finally got that sorted. It started working. I don't know, I didn't do anything, it just started working. So I finally got the footage on my computer so I can edit it. So I'm just doing that now. But while I was editing, I realized it's been 2 days in a row, like day 5 and day 6, I didn't do an intro to my reading vlog. So that's why I'm here right now, to make sure I do an intro to this reading vlog. So the plans for this afternoon: finish editing this, finish the Becoming the Dark Prince, and then I'm going to edit the wrap up for Buying Your MedievalAthon because I still haven't done that, and get that exporting. And then I want to read Limited Wish by Mark Lawrence. Originally I was going to pick up Scorched Dragons, but I don't know, we'll see what happens, whether I pick that up today. But I kind of want to pick it up next month because I don't own any other middle grade books, and one of the challenges in one of the readathons next month is to read a middle grade book. So I'm kind of debating whether I try and read this for MedievalAthon before the end of the month, or whether I try and read this next month for one of those readathons, whichever one it was. This afternoon I am going to try and pick up Limited Wish by Mark Lawrence and hopefully finish it. It's only about 200 pages, so shouldn't be hard. And then tonight I really need to write some reviews because I've been not doing that basically since the start of Buying Your MedievalAthon. I have not written a review because it's basically just been, Buying Your MedievalAthon was like insane reading, and then there was 2 days in between where I was also reading, and then now we're in the reading rush, which is again insane reading, so I haven't had a chance to write reviews. So I really need to go and do that because I need to review A Crown of Coral and Pearl, which I read earlier in the month. I need to review Limited Wish and the book before it. I'm going to review them together because they're so short. And there's one other that I need to review because they're all e-arcs from NetGalley. So I need to get my shit together and do that. So that is the plans for today. My to-do list is finish editing reading vlog, finish Becoming the Dark Prince, edit the Buying Your MedievalAthon wrap up, and write some reviews. So I'm going to go do that, and I'll talk to you guys a bit later. Hey guys, so it is midnight, so the reading rush is officially over. I had a really successful reading week, which was insane. So I'll just update quickly about what happened today since I last updated, and then I'm just going to talk a little bit about my final statistics. So I did finish Becoming the Dark Prince by Kerry Maniscalco, which is the novella that goes with the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. So I did end up finishing that one. It was pretty good. It annoyed me a little bit at the beginning, but then it kind of evened out because it was a fair few chapters and they're all in different times. And we start out within the time period of the Escaping from Houdini book and then kind of after that. So I liked the bits that were after. They were quite interesting. But yeah, I did enjoy it. I think I'm going to rate it a 4 stars because it didn't blow my mind. I don't think it was 100% necessary, but I enjoyed it. I also started Death on the Nile by Agatha Christie. I'm about 44% through that one at the moment, so I'll probably get that one finished tomorrow, but I didn't finish it today for the reading rush, but that's fine. I just started listening to it when I was cooking dinner and stuff. So today I read a total of 201 pages because I read some of Death on the Nile, I read On the Merits of Unnaturalness by Samantha Shannon, and I also read Becoming the Dark Prince by Kerry Maniscalco. So I only read 201 pages, but that's fine because I've already finished my challenges, so I wasn't too stressed today. I got 3 videos edited. I edited my reading vlog, I edited my Biannual MedievalAthon wrap-up, finally, and I edited my TBR for the Newts edition of Magical Readathon. So I had a pretty productive day, as well as reading a little bit. So my final statistics for pages, I read 2,259 pages. I finished 11 books. I started 12 books. I completed all 7 challenges. So I'm pretty happy with that. And also with the readathons this month, in the Always Fully Booked planner, this one here, there's a section for wrap up and you can list all the books you've read. I've actually gone all the way down, they stop here. So I had to add these in the little bullet journal section that I got at the bottom. And then I had to start on a sticky note because I've run out of pages. So that's pretty insane. A couple of times I've had to go down into the next section, but I've never actually run out of space. And I'm also glad I left a spare page blank because I'm now over on my 4th page for my books read in July. So I have read 24 books so far in July. Possibly 25 if I finish Death on the Nile tomorrow. So yeah, it's been a little bit crazy, but I had a lot of fun between all the readathons this month. I've still got MedievalAthon, which finishes on the 31st. Is it 31 days? How many days? Yeah, 31st of July. So I've still got 3 days for that one. So it's been a little bit of a hectic month, and it's just going to be as crazy next month because I have 2 month-long readathons as well as Fantasy Journey-a-thon, so it's going to be a little hectic, but hopefully it'll be as successful as this month. So I think that is all I need to update you guys about. My wrap-up will be around hopefully soon. I think I'm going to do a separate wrap-up for the reading rush and then do a wrap up for the entire month, so that way I can cover the books that I missed, all the ones that were in between readathons that I didn't talk about in my Biannual MedievalAthon wrap up or my reading rush wrap up, because there is a couple and it's going to get hella confusing if I put both my whole wrap up and the reading rush wrap up in one video, so I'm going to do them separately. So you'll see some of the same ones, but it'll be less confusing for me. So that is it for this reading-thon. That is it for the reading rush for 2019. And that is it for the daily reading vlogs for now. They will be back for Fantasy Journey-a-thon, but at the moment, it'll be going back to a somewhat less crazy schedule. I'll probably do a reading vlog for the last 3 days of MedievalAthon, and then hopefully go back to 5 or a week long, 5 day or a week long reading vlogs. We'll just see what happens. But yeah, that is it for this reading vlog, and I will see you guys in the next one.